I was seeing how long everybody here could stand it. I was waiting there, and they were like running the camera, and they were like, "What?" I'm like, "They're like, "Ah!" And I'm like, "Ah!" There's a lot of drama going around here tonight. Christian Slater, who's meant to be on the show tonight, still has not turned up. I know, he's been caught in some sort of gay parade. That's not a lie. There's a big demonstration going on, even at almost at this time of night. I mean, a big demonstration going on, and Christian is he might be in the parade. I don't know, but there's a big demonstration about the gay marriage ban in California. Because gay marriage, people were allowed to be married if you were gay in California, and now they're not allowed to be married again. You know, where was that kind of thinking when I was married? You know what I mean? Where was that kind of... Why didn't someone come along and do that for me? Getting the state to do all your dirty work for you? Divorce lawyers all over America are going, "Duh." Because you know this was going to be a big source of revenue for these rat bastards that work as divorce lawyers. This opens up a whole new market. Now it's closed again. So I think the demonstration involves divorce lawyers and gay people who want equal rights. They've never been in the same room before. So that's causing some traffic problems. Anyway, I'm sure Christian will make it, and if not, then that'll be interesting too. We'll see you in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
Hey! Hey! Hello, you! Come on up! Hi, everybody! Welcome! Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Welcome to the Late Late Show. I am your host, TV Craig Ferguson. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! And thank you. Gosh, for such genuine applause, it went away pretty quickly. It was almost as if you were being directed by a professional warm-up comedian. Perhaps a large gentleman dressed like Elvis, perhaps. Chunky B. Now. Oh, come on, all TV shows have got that. Nobody's that excited. You ever watch the sitcoms and people are like, you know, they go, "Oh, you betcha," and everybody goes, "Ah!" Come on, that's not funny. They're being directed by a professional warm-up comedian. Why? Why am I talking like the movie phone guy? Did you notice I'm talking like the movie phone guy? If you know the name of the professional warm-up comedian you like to see, press 1. It's a great day for America, everybody. It's Friday, of course. Hooray! Hooray! It's been a crazy week. It's been crazy. I've still got a touch of the election fever. It was a terrible week on Wall Street. The economy's in tatters. You know, this is what happens when Sarah Palin stops buying clothes. Right there. The Obamas are getting a new puppy for the White House. They're still deciding what to name it. They're going to go with Rex if it's a boy and Hillary if it's a bitch. So, I'm just telling you the news. You know, one of the Jonas Brothers this week. I don't know which one, Corky or Regis. I can't remember which one. Corky, Regis, and Tito. You know, the Jonas Brothers. Anyway, one of them bought a new car this week, a $225,000 Lamborghini. I know! Of course, they say the Lamborghini is a real purity magnet. TikTok on rehab for these guys, I think. Anyway, oh, come on, doesn't that always happen? They're the young, wholesome face of America. Fast track to crazy. Anyway, big science news this week. Scientists say that a testosterone patch helps women increase their sex drive. Unfortunately, the beard and testicles are kind of a turn-off. No, not for everybody, of course, but... Anyway, now the election's over, I'm getting on with my life. I'm finally doing the things I put off. You know, little errands, picking up my dry cleaning, getting the car washed, waxing my bikini area. And shopping for a new computer. I have, because my old one crashed, it did. I lost all my important files. My porn. I lost my porn. I had to go back to magazine porn. It felt like the Stone Ages. It was, you know, when a man had to hunt for his own meat. It felt like that. Anyway, I thought getting a new computer would be simple. It's not simple. You can't just buy a computer anymore. It's a lifestyle choice. You go to a computer store, it's like, are you PC or Mac? I don't know. That's like asking, are you straight or you gay? I'm neither. I'm European. God, don't you even know? You know what annoys me? You know that Apple advertising, these ads for Apple with I find it very annoying. You know, you get the young Mac guy and the pudgy PC guy, and the Mac guy is all kind of tussled with that sex hair thing and the hipster T-shirt and that kind of face you would never tire of punching. And then... Who is this smug bastard? And I identify more with the uncomfortable fat guy in the glasses who's kind of like, oh, I'm like, yeah, that's me. That's it. And when it comes down to it as well, in computers, who do you want to help you? A fat guy in glasses. That's who you want. That's who you want. Oh, I think I can get it. Now, don't get me wrong, Apple make the good stuff. They make fantastic stuff. I've got one of these iPhones. It's fantastic. If you're listening to music on the iPhone and somebody calls you, the music stops so you can hear them, and they can't hear that you're listening to Clay Aiken. Or so I've heard. I have no actual proof of this. Anyway, the election's over, and I'm glad, because now I can finally go back to the movies as well. Because before I get caught up in the election fever, going to the movies is a ritual for me every Friday. Every Friday night, I sit in that dark room with a sticky floor, surrounded by strangers. Then I'd leave my basement and I'd go to the movie. And there's two big movies this weekend. Oh, no, there's not. There's one. There's only one I can remember, anyway. Well, that one, Role Models, comes out this weekend. That's it, and it's about the two guys who get to choose between jail time and mentoring children. Is this really an option they give criminals these days? All right, you can do life in San Quentin or community service with a precocious youngster. You know who would want that deal? Michael Jackson. I'll serve the community. You know, the Role Models movie, I think, it's one of these movies, I'm looking at the trailer for it and I'm thinking, this is one of these movies, if it was made 10 years ago, it would have had that rapping grandmother in it. You know, that kind of... Remember when it was really hilarious? There was always a rapping grandmother in every comedy. There was always that woman, you know. It was always in a world where people aren't hip, one grandma is kicking it old school. Hip-hop, hippity-hop, hip-hip, hippity-hop. Maybe it's just me. You know the guy who did the voice for the movie trailers? The guy that always... And when the movie trailer always says, in a world where... He passed away recently. I know. His name was Don LaFontaine. Trailers will never be the same now. We won't know what kind of a world the movie is in. He did more than 5,000 trailers, this guy. So what I think he should do is cut and splice the sound Because he's probably said every word, and then you can make new trailers. So it's just in a world where cats are the masters, men are the pets, Kevin Costner is Mel Gibson. There you go, that would work. That would work. But it's one of those films, I'm thinking, you know, I think this movie will be funny. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I'm sick of movies where the title is the premise of the movie. You know, when you get Snakes on a Plane, it's about a plane with snakes on it. I just know the movie, I know what's going to happen, right? My favourite movies don't give away the whole plot in the title. Like Lawrence of Arabia. That's a great movie, and, you know, it's a proper title. It wasn't called British Guy Goes to the Middle East to Settle a Tribal Dispute, and then another guy takes about half an hour to cross the screen on a camel. Although, that was the original title, I think. We gotta take a break. We'll be right back. We'll be right back with the Big Friday Night Show. Friday Night Show, where we don't know if Christian Slater's going to be here or not. We do, he's here now. It's all right, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. He's actually not here yet. No, he's fine, he's here. He's here, yeah, he's here. What the hell was I talking about before the commercials? The movies, where they have the movie title and the premise is the same thing. I hate that. Remember, there was another one I was trying to think of. It's the Hugh Grant movie a couple of years ago. It was called An Englishman Who Went Up a Hill and Came Down a Mountain. I refuse to see it, because I've seen it. I know what happens. Oh, he goes up the hill, he comes down a mountain. And also because Hugh Grant was in it. And for me, he's too blinky. You know, he's always kind of... I'm so terribly sorry. I said, well... I'm just a boy looking at a girl who might be a prostitute. That's right, Hugh Grant. I still remember. Remember that? That was awesome. You know, you can go the other way, too far the other way with a movie title. You know, like, they make it impossible to understand. The new James Bond movie, Quantum of Solace. What the hell is that? Quantum of Solace? I want a good, old-fashioned James Bond title. Something like Octopussy, perhaps. Everybody knows what that means. Octopussy. Octopussy, yes. It's obviously code for 8 catch. And then the Iron Man. Iron Man's a great movie because, you know, Iron Man, when you watch that movie, you know exactly what's going to... And then it gave you exactly what you were going to give you a man ironing. Let's have a look at the trailer for Iron Man. Have you seen it? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I'm kidding. That's not really what happened. That's just our live webcam in Christian Slater's dressing room. And he was working it during that protest, I think. Now, America has chosen our next president, so we thought this would be a good time for us to check in with a good friend, an old friend of this show, President George W. Bush, everybody. George W. Bush. There you are. Thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight, sir. It must be a difficult time for you after the big Democratic win on Tuesday. How do you feel?
Well, I feel great, Craigalicious. Last night I called President-elect Obama, and I pledged my support.
Well, that's very nice of you. Did you give Senator Obama any tips that might help him as president? I hope you didn't.
Well, nobody...
Or did you?
Well, I sure did, because nobody could not know better than me.
Right. Well, you have me there.
Let me tell you, soft-boiled Craigs, I told him about the top secret location, and I gave him the entry codes.
The Situation Room.
No, to the presidential porn stash.
There's a porn stash at the White House?
It's been here since 1862. And like I told Obama, the best part is that the first lady finds it, you just say it's Bill Clinton's. He was really into the freaky stuff.
Apparently, yeah. Now, it sounds like you and the president-elect really hit it off.
Well, we sure did. I even gave him a nickname, the Obaminator.
That's very good, a combination of Obama and the Terminator.
No, it's Obama and refrigerator. I was going through the fridge while I was talking to him, you know? Nicknames isn't exact science, Ferguson Sunset Boulevard.
All right. Tell me, how do you explain Obama's landslide?
Well, easy, Dr. Fergenstein. He's smart. He's inspirational. Heck, I even voted for him.
You voted for a Democrat?
I sure did, Fergonomics. McCain was just going to give us 8 more years of the same failed policy we had under Cheney. Nobody wants that.
I guess not. Now, both sides were pretty tough on you during this campaign. You think that was fair?
Well, not entirely. I don't want to toot my own tutor,
yeah.
But without my historically unprecedented level of screw-ups, we wouldn't have had our first African-American president.
Well, yeah.
So you're welcome, Oprah.
Now, what will you do between now and when Obama takes over?
Well, there's not much I can do in 48 hours, Craigadile. Come Monday morning, this turd box of an economy is Obama's problem. I'm outie. Sayonara. Adios.
I don't think you can leave yet, sir. You're technically president until January the 20th. You've got to check your constitution.
Well, I can't. Cheney burned them all.
Oh. That's all.
Are you saying I'm stuck here till January 20th?
Yeah.
That's terrible. I already asked Santa to deliver my presents to Texas. I asked for an Xbox.
Well, look on the bright side. You'll get to pardon the White House turkey again one last time this Thanksgiving. That'll be fun.
Oh, not this year, Craig. If I'm stuck here presidenting, that feathery bastard's getting the axe.
Your choice. President Bush, everybody. We'll be right back. Christian Slater. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the big Friday night show. My first guest tonight is the star of My Own Worst Enemy, which is on Mondays on NBC. But it's actually good. Take a look at this.
You just killed an FBI agent.
He works for the company. His name wasn't Banks, it's Proctor, and he was testing to see if you knew about them. The minute you told him you did, he knew you and Edward were broken.
He said he was going to protect my family.
He was a watcher. Watchers spy on operatives to make sure they work properly. Terminate them if they don't. It's part of systems management.
Systems management? What's that?
It's Janus's internal police force.
Wait a second. How do you know all of this?
Because I'm the head of systems management.
No, you're not. You are my therapist.
This is like my life. Please welcome Christian Slater, everybody. Christian Slater. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, please take a seat. Good to see you.
Good to see you,
had some
too.
trouble getting here tonight.
Yeah. The traffic was quite phenomenal. Well, there's a big protest.
A parade of sorts.
Well, not a protest.
Oh,
I mean,
protest.
it's definitely a protest
right.
on Proposition 8, which didn't go exactly the way that they were hoping it would go.
Right, yeah.
So, and rightly so. I mean, I'd be
Allowed
pretty
to
angry
protest,
if I
absolutely,
wasn't
yeah.
allowed to, have things go as nicely as it's, they wanted it to go, or be given something and then have it taken away.
Yeah, no, and also what I pointed out is when I was married, couldn't it have been done for straight people then?
Hey, I hear you. I know. Where was our proposition?
We've
I
all
know.
walked down that road.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
I know.
So,
Where
the
were
traffic-
they then? But yeah, the traffic was.
Did you do movie star driving,
I
like
did
up in one wheel and stuff?
Yeah, I was doing some Edwardian driving. That's my character in the show, like a spy. I mean, to get here from, because I came from Malibu Canyon. I was just shooting this scene on the show where I was being beaten by a stick. You know, out in Malibu Canyon. I'm supposed to be in the Congo, right?
Oh, right,
I'm being
yeah.
held hostage
In the Congo.
in the Congo.
I'm being I got to watch this show. This sounds awesome.
It's insane, you know. And then I was I mean, and I thought, okay, we'll get here, we'll get in the car, it'll be fine. We had about an hour and a half to get here.
Right, that's long enough.
Thank God.
Not from the Congo, but from Malibu
Yeah, from the
Canyon.
Congo would have been impossible.
Right.
But it felt like I was coming literally from the Congo.
Yeah,
I
well,
mean, it was insane. Traffic was a nightmare, but we made it.
Well, I'm very glad that you're
I
here.
really
now.
wanted to get here.
No,
I
we're
mean,
very. I mean, look how
I was like, you should have seen me. I took like every back road. I had, oh man, it was
We
great.
had a webcam because in the
did you?
in your dressing room when you were getting ready for the show.
Yeah.
We had a webcam watch because we could see that you were hurrying to get ready. Do we actually have?
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's it.
And I love the fact.
Yeah. That was me. Well, look at my shirt. I did a good job.
You did a great job.
It's all,
Look at you. Wow.
It's pressed.
You're fantastic.
You know, I mean, yeah.
Fantastic. Just lovely.
I can do it all.
Now
It's
tell me
really
about
good.
the show. I am fascinated by this show. This is a guy he's a split personality or two brains or what is it?
No, it's one brain, but there's a device implanted in the brain to separate the two personalities.
So, and one guy's good and one guy's evil.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, a Jekyll and Hyde type of thing or a Superman Clark Kent type of thing, you know, where one guy is a very average guy and the other guy is a highly trained government operative.
Oh,
yeah.
right. So you do a lot of killing?
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I mean, yeah. You know, I have a beautiful woman who plays my wife, Mädchen Amick.
Oh, right. Yeah,
and
she's
Saffron
lovely. She's been
Burrows.
here,
She
and
plays
Saffron Burrows been
my
here too.
therapist.
You're
And
surrounded by hot women.
so it's incredible. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it really is a wonderful atmosphere. Great
When
place
you
to
were
show up for
captured
work.
in the Congo and you were hanging up on the thing and they're beating you with the sticks,
Yeah.
are there any ladies captured with you as well? Like is Saffron Burrows wearing a fur bikini or anything
Well,
like
no,
that?
I mean, she talks me through it and helps me to deal
She
with it.
plays your therapist.
Emotionally, exactly.
I'd quite like her to be my therapist.
She's fantastic.
Whoa, yeah.
She's very good. She's very good. And the relationship that Edward has with her starts to develop a lot more. And she plays certainly a much more integral role than obviously just a therapist.
Yeah,
based on
she's
that
not
clip.
just a therapist, she's the head of the internal terrorism
Big time.
thing.
Yeah.
She's
No,
part of the
She's part of the
spectre.
whole underground layer. She really does play a major
She's
role.
fantastic. I love shows like this. You know, don't you ever identify with your characters like this? Do you have trouble being the difference between is there good Christian and bad Christian? I'm not saying this for any reason. I'm just asking: is there good? Do you ever struggle with the darkness within? Look, that's good.
Have I
See, look,
struggled?
I did that when I said the
That was-
darkness
I know,
within.
that was
yeah.
deep. I do well. The title of the show I certainly loved. I thought that was great. I think it's a universally identifiable title. I mean, there's not anybody I think on the planet Earth who at one time or another hasn't been their own worst enemy in some regard.
Except maybe Osama bin Laden. He's our worst enemy, but I don't think he's his own worst enemy.
Yeah, that sure.
But you know, I don't. Maybe he is.
Yeah. Well,
You know, sometimes I just don't know when to stop talking.
yeah.
Well, maybe he's like that.
He might be. Definitely.
Maybe that's what it is. Sometimes my shyness gets the better of me.
Yes. I'm sure he has that issue to deal with. I'm sure, without a
No,
doubt.
do you think that then? You have been your own worst enemy?
At times in my
Sure, of
life,
course.
obviously, of course, you know, you go down certain roads and you
Well,
hit
you were very successful, very young. I always think that's terribly dangerous for a human being, don't you think?
It can be. I mean, but you know. I mean,
No, I don't.
That's true.
No, I don't. This is 12:30 in CBS. I have no
true.
idea what you're talking about.
That's true. I didn't think that one all the way through.
Yeah.
But you know, we both have we've gone down our roads,
Sure,
and you know, hopefully you go down them, you come out the other side. and you get to do a show called Your Own Worst Enemy, as opposed to being your own worst enemy.
Absolutely
you get to
right.
exercise all the demons in that regard,
Well,
and it's a lot of fun.
It's delightful to see you again. Thank you so much for
I'm not
doing this
leaving
thing.
after it took so long for me to
Sure,
get here.
I know. It's all fun.
I'm going to stay here.
This is Slater, everybody.
I'm going to sit here the whole show. I'm not leaving.
You don't have to. My next guest wrote this book. It's called A Supremely Bad Idea. It's hilarious. It's in stores now. Please welcome the author, Luke Dempsey, everybody. Luke Dempsey. Very nice to see you, Luke. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Good. I notice you're English.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. We'll push on past it.
Because you don't like us, right?
No, that's not true. Apart from the 300 years of colonial oppression, I am over it. Anyway, I'm American now. You're American yet?
I'm going to be.
Are you really?
And you're the reason.
Really?
Yeah, I watched you become a citizen, and I cried.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't crying for America. I was crying because you were happy.
I think many people cried for America. Though.
No.
Where are you going to do it? You live
Well,
in New York?
I live in New York City, so
Right.
it takes about 17 and a half years to actually get the paperwork done. So
Have you done the test yet?
No, I haven't done it, but I've just made the test really hard. Have you seen this?
It's not that hard.
Really? You sure?
Yeah, it's basically this. Are you in Al-Qaeda? No. Welcome to America. There's your cab driver's license. That's basically it. Now, this... no, it's actually quite hard. You have to study.
I'm going to study.
Okay. Now, but you can write a book, so you're clearly smart.
Well, no. I can write a book.
It's a good book. It's about...
Yeah, but it's a book about being a birder.
Well,
That's not...
Now, what's the difference between a birder and a bird watcher?
Well, bird watchers are English.
Right.
Okay, that's complicated.
Yeah,
bird
but-
watching in England is when you stand in a cold field and you look at a tiny brown bird about this big.
Right.
And then you go home and you beat your wife. or you beat your husband, whatever, depending on your gender.
Right.
In America, we're called birders because we feel like we're, adventuresome, and we go and go to difficult places, and we stand in
It's
in
like
swamps.
extreme bird watching.
Yes, it's
Now, when you watch a bird, what do you watch it do?
most of the time. Well, you hope you don't see it do that, but.
What, pooping? It's going to poop.
Oh,
it's a
yeah,
bird. Yeah,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
Is that really what it is? Is this some kind of like German thing?
It started in Germany.
Right.
People say that being pooped on is a lucky thing, but I was in Trafalgar Square a
Well,
lot.
if it's a bird, yeah.
See, I was into Trafalgar Square in London a long time ago, and
Right.
I saw a pigeon, and I saw what the pigeon was eating.
Right.
So being pooped on by any kind of bird is not a good thing.
No, I don't think it's a good thing at all. That's why I banned them from this studio.
Do you?
Yeah. But this is a nice bird on the cover. What kind of bird is this? I quite like this bird.
That's a common grackle, and I photographed that in southeast Texas.
Oh, you took this photograph?
Yeah.
The bird
And-
clearly knew you were there as well.
Yeah. A friend of mine said, "How did you find a bird that looks so much like you on the cover?"
Oh, it doesn't look like you. A little bit. Do you like to look at birds because you look like a little bit like a bird? Do you think that's what it is? I mean, I don't think you look like a bird. You brought it up. Maybe a little bit like a bird, a little bit.
Here's why I look at birds.
Right.
I was already unshaggable. I mean, 100% unshaggable. So I thought, what could I do to make myself even more unshaggable, even more unattractive, even paler?
No, I think many ladies. Is it ladies you're into? Many ladies would be. Many ladies would be interested in a man who was sensitive and liked to go and look at birds and would give them some peace and quiet. for example?
Yeah, I mean, I am gone all day.
Right, well, there you are. That's an advantage
which
to
is
a
a
lot
good
of women,
thing.
yeah.
Which is a very good thing in a relationship. But no, I think women are... A lot of people, when I say I'm a birder, take a step back automatically.
Right.
I was in a store in New York City recently getting my computer fixed, and the guy
Oh,
said,
you have a computer too?
I do have a computer.
I find that quite surprising.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I also have a motor vehicle.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I was getting my computer fixed, and the guy said, "You seem to be in a real hurry to get this fixed." I said, "Yeah, I'm on deadline. I've got to finish my book." And people think writing a book is kind of a cool thing. So I said, "Yeah, my deadline is next week." And he said, "What's the book about?" And I said, "It's about birds." And he said, "I'll get somebody else to help you."
Well, birds are kind of, they're... Now, this is not just about birds, though. It's about you travelling across America, to look for at certain birds.
This is where... Yes.
Yeah.
And this is where you and I, agree about America, because the book is really, a celebration of this amazing country.
It's an amazing place, isn't it? Isn't it amazing?
Best country in the world.
Yeah, it really is. I can't believe it. I don't wish to put you in an awkward position here, but do you think that America has the best damn birds in the world?
By a mile.
Yeah.
I live in New York City, and you
Right.
can go to Central Park any day, and you can see hundreds of different species of birds in Central Park, because they fly up the eastern seaboard, they see all that concrete, and they dive in and have lunch or breakfast. Sometimes they have an evening meal.
What do you do with the bird once you've seen it? No, I don't mean do you cook it or anything. I mean, I mean, do you log it down and say, okay, tick that one off? I've seen the lesser spotted grebe swallower, and
Yes. That's a beautiful bird, by the way.
yeah, I know.
That's a beautiful bird. You've obviously seen that bird.
I've seen a couple of birds in my life. Now, it's an interesting thing that bird, where you and I come from, is a slang term for an attractive young lady.
I knew that was going to come
Yeah,
up.
well, it's one of those things.
I have English friends who say, you wrote a book about being a bird watcher.
Like bird, you like looking at
You like
birds,
birds, do you?
Aye,
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, birds.
Not just as good as a
And
wink.
then when they say to bird watchers is, I like looking at birds, the two-legged variety.
Exactly.
And then you think, wait a minute.
Can I come with you?
Yeah.
Can I come with you?
I like looking at the two-legged variety. And then you go, wait a minute. All birds have two legs.
Yes.
Now, this bird here has two legs, unless it had one cut off. This is a two-legged bird.
But do you know what else they have?
What?
They have wings. Do you know why I bring that up?
No, go ahead.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I have a friend who said, birds really scare me. And I
Yeah.
said, why do birds scare you? And she said, they don't have any arms.
What, she's scared of things that don't have any arms? She must have had a terrible time around, iPods.
Yeah,
iPod doesn't have any arms.
no arms. But it's a huge part of birding, iPods now.
Really? Why?
Oh, yeah. Because really good birders can tell the sound of a bird before they see it. But reasonably good birders like me can say, what's that? Let's repair to the iPod. And one puts the iPod in one's ears and says, oh, it's that bird. Let's go see it.
You can remember a bird's song?
Yeah, I can do some bird songs. I'm not going to, but I can do them.
You've got it. You can't make a statement like that on television and then not do it.
Okay, there's a black-throated green warbler.
Tell me about it.
You know? It's about yay big, it's got a black throat, hence the name, and otherwise it's sort of limey green.
Yeah.
And it goes, zee-zee-zee-zee-zolzy, zee-zee-zee-zee-zolzy.
Are you sure it does that?
No, I made the whole thing up.
Zee-zee-zee-zee-zozy?
Yep. And if you hear it in the field, you're like, oh, black-throated green.
Is it a common bird?
It's certain times of the year, and the eastern seaboard, it's a very common bird. But it migrates, so it comes through in April and it goes back again in the...
Now, here's the thing I would like to ask you about birds that migrate. Do they get jet lag? Because they travel long distances.
It's a long way.
Yeah.
Well, in the spring, what they do, if you're very lucky as a birder, you have something called a fallout, which is when they've flown all the way from Costa Rica or northern South America, and suddenly they're like, I got to get something to eat, and they just fall into a tree, and you'll get 20, 30 different kinds of birds.
Oh, that would be...
Oh, my God,
that'd be a dream come true.
And
I'm not making fun, I'm not. It's good to be passionate about something, and bird watching is fascinating. They're, God's creatures. They're interesting and lovely, and they've got feathers, and they're pecky, and they're everywhere, but they're lovely. No, I Actually, I'm not sure about birds, is what I'm saying. I'm just not sure.
Well, people are scared of birds.
Yeah, I'm not scared of them.
You're not?
I bet.
You might be.
I'm scared of anything with no arms.
You might. Birds can be brutal.
I know.
There was a researcher who was doing some work on hawks, and he got too close to the nest, lost an eye.
Oh my Lord! Anything to do with the bird, or just lost?
No, he just lost his eye.
All right. Well, there's a lesson there for us all. Look, Dempsey, everybody, we'll be right back. My next guest is a singer-songwriter. He is here performing his hit single, Rock and Roll, from his debut album, Sounds Like This. Eric Hutchinson, everybody. Eric Hutchinson.
He's been waiting around for the weekend, figuring which club to sneak in. Fancy drinks and $50 cover charge. Lately it's been a big hassle. Heineken to Newcastle to make sure he's fitting in and living large. Disregard the lies that he will tell him what it's probably like, 'cause it's not hard. His charm is gonna get him through the night. 'Cause if he wanna rock, he rocks. If he wanna roll, he rolls. He can roll with the punches long as he feels like he's in control. And if he wanna stay, he stays. If he wanna go, he goes. He doesn't care how he gets there, long as he gets somewhere he knows. Oh no, la 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 la, la 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 la. See her, heavy makeup, a cut t-shirt. Every girl out wants to be her, but they look the same already. Why adjust? Reading the magazine secrets, forgetting the topical regrets. 'Cause if she comes home all alone, the night's a bust. It's a must. Swiveling her hips and the look she gives, it's all a trust. If only in the morning she knew where she lived. 'Cause if she wanna rock, she rocks. If she wanna roll, she rolls. She can roll with the punches long as she feels like she's in control. And if she wanna stay, she stays. If she wanna go, she goes. She doesn't care how she gets there, long as she gets somewhere she knows. Oh no, and the na 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 na, and the na 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 na. And then a wink to on the brink, from drink to drink, and at the bar we catch the blow, shot to shot. It's getting hot, advance the plot, see how far it's gonna go. All depends on just the friends and grab a cab, another chance at cheap romance. Doesn't count 'cause the room is spinning. Nothing to lose tonight, they both are winning. And they fall in love as they fall in bed. They sing, if they wanna rock, they rock. If they wanna roll, they roll. They can roll with the punches long as they feel like they're in control. And if they wanna stay, they stay. If they wanna go, they go. They don't care how they get there, long as they get somewhere they know. Oh no, and the na 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 na, and the na 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 na. And if they wanna rock, they rock. Said if they wanna roll, they roll. They can roll with the punches long as they get somewhere they go. If they wanna stay, they stay. If they wanna go, they go. They don't care how they get there, long as they get somewhere they know. Oh no, and the na 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 na, and the na 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 na, and the na 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 na, and the na 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 na.
What did we learn on the show tonight?
Must be Friday. We play the cat like that every Friday. What What did we learn on the show tonight? Well, we learned that if you talk too much, you don't have much time for this bit. Good night, everybody. Good night.